Fifio Fatasmai, Yersui Ole Lady Dora's Wholesale Produce Market, the Otahu, Sally Fruean, Maepu, Matafeo, Motabo Clavinata out. Sally, Manola, what's your good morning?
Good morning. Hi, everyone.
Malo, Amal Daya.
Yeah, Manuela Fatai.
Yeah, sick.
Hello.
Okay, Lele, Lady Dora's Wholesale Produce Market. On a fair now, Matele. Oh, no.
Facing a level. It's been a while. We're 3 generations.
Yeah?
Yeah, started from Nana, Lady Dora,
Yeah.
Rasela, Faimalo, Ituma, for Lau Fruean. And then it came to Mum and Dad, Tuila Epa, Matafeo,
Yeah.
Sally Hunkin, Matafeo. Yeah, now it's up to us kids.
Yeah. Okay, where was it all started?
So the Lady Dora story started from the flea markets. Nana used to work on the farms, and she would bring her crops over to the flea markets, and then she would sell it at the local flea markets. And all the funds that she would make would support both us here in New Zealand, Samoa. And then Mum and Dad came in, and then they started doing shops. Anzac Fresh in Avondale. Then we had Papatoi, Glen Innes, GI. And then years later, then we started the flea markets. No makukoma so we started back at the flea markets, remembered our roots. And then COVID hit. And then we started opening up little shops. We first started selling from home, because the markets were closed. And then we opened up a little shoebox just around the corner here in Weary. And within the space of 3 months, we outgrew the little shoebox in Weary. And then, praise God, the opportunity came up in Otahu, 33 Wormsey Road, Otahu.
Wow.
And then we took over that corner site.
Yeah.
And it's been 3 years now since we've opened up. This is year 3.
Yeah.
I'm not going to lie, it hasn't been the easiest. Definitely hasn't been the easiest. But through God's grace, He has carried us through all of those times, which brings us to where we are today.
Right. Okay, malo wa e moni le so no ngana neta ya le faingo fi le o la mataina for business le faingo fi, but look back while in so no na matamai flea markets and then another small shop now, the one at Otahu was quite a big one. So matalaiti le faftai le to le wa family for el tulango. So the Lady Dora's Wholesale Produce Market Otahu, our products alliance fatau tonole alfalano.
At the moment, we sell local crops, fruits and veggies. We also do our pankeke. There's no market without getting pankeke. More for keke pua'a, more for king size. German bun, Le Natala bun. We've also got a food trailer in there, and it sells ice cream, nachos, the juice bala, lela launch, vayasunge. Protein shakes, and you could come in, pick your fruits, we'll juice it for you, and in front of you, and then we sell those. So there's a whole lot of variety. For Ilisila Langa, le SPS, Shaz Produce Samoa, Olo Almaya, le mea tu Esa, le Ufi, o le Kalo, le Olo, Kamo, Coco Samoa, Isialo, ese me Samoa. So, there's a different aspects that we're trying to do so we can support the local community and we can also support the growers. So it's sort of like us helping them help you. Trying to sell surplus crops that the growers can't sell, or they're trying to sell crops that are misfits, crops that the supermarkets or big corporations don't want to take because of how they look, because they've got too many of them, or just because they don't fit the standard. So instead of getting rid of these crops, what Lady Dora is doing is we're bringing these crops and we're now offering opportunity for the growers to sell and also opportunity for our community to buy. With the current living cost situation at the moment, everything's rising and it's a hard time for everyone. We've currently got a $50 people's box.
Right.
And we call it a box, but you need about 3 boxes to pack this box.
Yeah.
It fits in a whole trolley load. So
Yeah.
it also gives opportunity for the growers to sell produce, create sustainability and opportunity. And of course, getting your vitamins, all of the nutrition that everyone's continuously talking about, eating healthy and getting all of that, the main excuse that we have, or the main issue, I shouldn't really say excuse, the main issue that we have is the cost that it costs us, the community, to eat healthy.
Yeah.
So that's what we're doing.
Hello. Good to hear o te lil tātou o lo mai Samoa because o le whatawina fo o tātou o lo Samoa nei. Ia o le tātou sao fo le nā. Mo le economy ma whai whatuanga Samoa sani.
Yes.
Yeah.
The hardest thing that we find with Samoa is that it's so easy for us to bikit ke fongi, vili ngusila, okay, lafo mai. But what we're trying to do is create a platform where it encourages growers back home to grow more, to create a sustainable cycle, to continuously have them grow their crops and have that opportunity for them to sell their crops at a rightful price so that they benefit from the export from Samoa into New Zealand. So the same thing that we're doing with the growers here in New Zealand is the exact same model that we're taking back home to Samoa.
Right. Excellent. Malo lava Sally, whaptai mole ne fo tai au. Okay, so what's your vision mole lumanai o le ale vavai mamawa le Lady Dora's wholesale produce market malumanai?
The prayer that we have for Lady Dora and the goals that we have for Lady Dora is to be able to open up more.
Right.
Open up more stores of Lady Dora. So we've got other outlets. We're currently in the works for opening up Wellington, hopefully Hastings, Christchurch, and other areas of New Zealand. Then hopefully, with God's willing, we could move overseas to Australia and pass on the blessing, because we fully believe that the blessing that we have with Lady Dora, it's the blessing that keeps on giving. But yeah, it's not your blessing to hold. It's your blessing to give out, to share. Whangau le toi puna pēr.
Amen. I love after Maseli late time. Okay, how much help you get from mom and dad?
A lot. A lot. With mum and dad in Samoa, it makes the whole Samoa process where I can be like, okay, mum and dad are there. All right, okay, I can understand. Mum and dad are very generous, giving people, and Lady Dora herself was well known, well respected in the community for her generosity. And you can see that through mum and dad. You can see that through mum and dad, where they're continuously helping. What mum and dad do in Samoa is when growers give them their crops, there are certain grades that the crops go through. And there's export quality, there's the local quality, and as we know, cost of things are going up. So what mum and dad try and do is they take all grades. They take all grades, then the team in Samoa work their best to try and process the olos that don't quite fit into the export quality grade, and they process it so it does fit the criteria, which means the growers back home in Samoa can then produce more, and they have that opportunity to offer more.
Okay, what's your address there in Otahuhu?
33 Wormsley Road, Otahuhu. We are found on Facebook, Instagram, TikTok, Twitter. We've also got a website that's about to launch soon. And so we're available on all platforms.
Okay, Sally, once again, whafte tere lava, mo ne whata smell pokalama nei tai au. Well, all the best. Follow on native sanga mai manuela tautua and Lady Dora's wholesale produce market.
Thank you so much for having me. Thank you everyone for tuning in. I'm going to head back to the shop now. We've got a whole load of produce that's just invited. And also thank you to the growers, both here in Samoa, and everyone who continues to support Lady Dora's. We're not just a business, but we're also a movement in itself. And I'm very overwhelmed and blessed to be able to have this type of impact on the community.
Tai lava, mani lava nea.
Tai lava, thank you.
Okay, Sally, Fruean, Maepu, Matafeo, my Lady Dora's Wholesale Produce Market. Ne tau tau tuara Samoa's Lima. Eva tolu mo